Get ready for sports, news, and entertainment. All right here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
Hamilton falling again in the preseason as their struggles continue. The Komoka Kings with a big-time young superstar continuing to put his fingerprints all over the GOJHL. And then the London Nationals get a big pickup from a former Bees on Saturday night. All that here on episode 62. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Christian Simmons here back again in front of the microphone for a third straight day. How impressive is that? Almost hard to believe that I'm back for a third straight day. When does this happen? 72 hours straight with 7 minutes with Simmons? That's some kind of record. It's got to be. It's actually definitely not a record, but pretty impressive, I have to say. I usually take this like week-long hiatus where I just get lost in the sauce. Anyways, my day yesterday, thanks for asking, guys. I know you didn't, but because I think you did, I'm going to share anyways. Working all day at the ice cream shop. Had a good one. While I'm recording this podcast, for those of you who can't see me, everybody can't see me, so I don't know what kind of question that is or statement that is. My face is covered in face paint. I got fake tattoos, you name it, all over my face. Ready to go, baby. Ready to record a podcast and ready to break down another Hamilton Kilty B's loss, but we're not going to start there. We're going to start with the Komoka Kings and the London Nationals doing battle. I was ready to jump on this podcast and say Komoka's winning the Sutherland Cup. They had a great start to the preseason. They fall on Saturday night to the London Nationals. That streak comes to an end. It's Nicholas Kiss, folks, the former Hamilton Kilty B, getting it done on Saturday night. He put up 2 against Komoka, giving them a big boost in the second period. And then in the third, it's Ian Nerton, a second into that period. Hard to believe he scored that fast. But the Nationals get a victory over the Komoka Kings as the Kings fall for the first time in the preseason. And I think it's tough to believe that they did. I mean, you take a look at the roster they have, definitely a totally different team. They got that kid that I think a lot of us like, Owen Miniotas. 5 points so far in the 2 games in the preseason. He's looking like a stud, drafted to the London Knights, and he's been a big part of their early success. Also from London, so an interesting story for him. Heads up, putting the GOJHL on notice for Owen Miniotas. Watch out for him in Komoka and potentially in London in the OHL. Moving along there from the Bees, the Hamilton Kilty Bees. At that, a tough start for Hamilton continues, this time in Waterloo. The Siskins taking one 2-1 in their barn. That's Hudson Hinsey and Isaiah Perotti are your goal scorers for KW. The lone Hamilton marker coming from the blue line. It's Gavin McAfee-Rankin getting one past the netminder. That's a big one for him. Looking to turn the tide, but like I said, Hamilton finds a way to lose again. This time a little bit of a, more respectable outcome. Not a 7-0 loss to St. Catharines, but outshot big time again. 42 shots on goal, 17 of them coming in that first period, 16 in that second period. And in response, they put up 14 in the first 2 periods. They got totally dominated at the beginning of that one. And as a result, it's 1 goal in the first, a second one in the second, and a desperate attempt to claw back halfway through that third period, but it's not enough. And the Kitchener-Waterloo Siskins get it done on home ice as Hamilton continues to struggle. The crease anchored by 2 different netminders. It's Avery Alves and Liam Hughes this time, balancing the load, both of which concede a goal as Hamilton continues to do the teeter-totter in their crease as they look to figure out who's going to be the opening night starter. My money's on Avery Alves. What a goaltender he is. Had a huge respect for his game last season, and I'm sure he's looking to perform the exact same way. And on the other side of center for KW, that's their second win in this preseason, looking strong and scoring a ton of goals. I feel like I've said that a couple times in the last few days on this podcast, but that's 9 goals for them in the 2 games as they continue to pile them into the net. Similar to the Cambridge Redhawks, who also in their first 2 games also scored 9. So Lots of teams scoring big time here early. The London Nationals being one of them. Nicholas Kiss with 2 on the board. Cambridge as well with a high-powered offense. And now here the Kitchener-Waterloo Siskins also getting it done. Hamilton still searching for that identity. Lots of time to find it. There's no rush as, the coaching staff changes there. Lots of new faces saying goodbye to Nicholas Kiss, saying goodbye to Johnny Brooks, saying goodbye to a lot of familiar faces, and they're looking to kind of restructure their team. It's going to take time. There's no rush. And I'm interested to see what will happen there in Hamilton as we move on from Saturday night. We take a look ahead at the coming days. Today, on Sunday, 3 o'clock, Port Colborne Sailors and the Fort Erie Meteors, they'll do batter. I'm still in ice cream mode. Do batter. They'll do battle at the Fort Erie Leisureplex. Puck drop, 3 o'clock. Then, in Sarnia, the Legionnaires hosting the Chatham Maroons. That's 6 p.m. The reigning champions heading to take on the Legionnaires. We'll see how that one goes. Big game for Sarnia. That's one of the ones you have to have marked on the calendar. You got the defending champs coming to your building. You better be ready to put up a fight. And at the Gale Center, the Pelham Panthers and the Welland Junior Canadians look to do battle. That's what's on the slate today. We'll make sure to get you a list of the results tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really quick, before we say bye, leave your predictions down in the comment section below. Who's winning the 2025-2026 Sutherland Cup Championships? I want to hear from you. Yes, I want to hear from you. Please leave those answers in the comment section below. I got my money on Hamilton. That maybe I'm a little biased. Anyways, we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.